The poet Rumi said, "You are the soul of the universe, and your name is love." And so you sit inside of a love activation, but I right now pool into the consciousness as we swim into this great pool of consciousness, knowing a few things. You see, before we get into the breath work, I'd like to set the stage with a few things that I'd like to invite you to hold in consciousness at one time. Because when we hold these few things in consciousness at once, we heighten our approach to something like this love activation. You see, we are in a very special time in humanity, and we're all feeling what that is. But if we were to talk to the Maya, they would say we are in the last step of a multi-million-year-long calendar called the Tzolk'in, and we're in the last step of it, the last 286-day piece of it, and we're in it. So if they were to look at tonight's gathering, they would remind you that this is a meeting of the tribe of love. A meeting. Yes, can I get a woo? And so we meet in this world village, and that if they were to tell you further a little bit more about what this time is happening, they would tell you that every day that passes of this 286 days is heightening the magic that is able to come through you. And I say able to come through you because you must let it, my beautiful brother or sister of the planet. You must let it. And so right now, if you may go inside and just unplug from the daily software on this being that you are. Unplug from the regular and come on out here into the extraordinary that we're about to play with. Can I get an oh yes? Feel the beingness through us in the one voice. Just as you say oh yes, you can ignite that which is this sacred yes of this moment. Author of Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes, said, "Illumination will come more and more as man realizes his unity with the whole and constantly endeavors to let the truth operate through him or her." The truth. You see, the breath is a truth. You all have been celebrating it in these last few days. How beautiful. The dance is a truth. Music is a truth. Nobody can pass a law and change what music does to you. Nobody can pass a law and change what the breath does to you. And we'll even take it further in the fact that it isn't just the breath. When we take it as a truth, it is the life force. Woo! Can I get a no yes? And so here we are as a tribe in this special place in time, this portal that the Maya described as one of the most significant times. If you haven't heard the number, it's once every 25,490 years that we come to this. And so if you can just feel into the significance of that, you may have thought you were coming to a dance party tonight. And I'm here to announce to you that you have come under a divine appointment of something that is dear to your soul, because this would not have been what it is without you. You came to add to what the collective energy is tonight. So as you dance, it will not be a normal dance. As you breathe as one, you will realize that there is something that is different about just even having breathed together earlier today. The time is unfurling in such a fast way, if we but let it through us. So I'm going to lay one more groundwork before we get into the actual breath. And that is a beautiful revelation. And what it is it is the root of the word peace. You see, when we were born, the word peace was already up and bubbling and being used, and so we just assumed of what the word peace actually meant is this dynamic of harmonizing good. But as we take peace and we go backwards to the word pace, and we go pace back to the word pax in Latin, we discover that the word pax was used as a key word in the liturgy of the Christian church in the year 300. Not just any word, but a key word, because if you've been in a Catholic church any time in your life, there's a moment where everybody turns around and shakes hands and says, anybody know what do they say? Peace be with you. I'm here to announce to you that this beautiful magic that was there in that ritual got reduced to a handshake and a word. But what it originally meant, Pax, it originally meant a gesture of breathing together, so as to realize our oneness in spirit. And when I say spirit, I don't mean a religiosic term. I shine the light on the truth that spirit in most of the world's languages means breath. So if you consider yourself to be on a spiritual path, it is a breath path, a path of breath. And when you recognize it as that, oh, I'm here to tell you the breath moves through you in a different way. And so tonight, we as a tribe, we come together to ignite that level of pax, of peace, that if it is world peace that we seek, that we find that peace here, and then we breathe it together, and it exists, because within that breathing together, there is no separation. Woo! I see the smiles on your faces. I see the sacred yes in you speaking out. Can I get an oh yes? Can I get an oh yes? Take the breath right here. Breathe it in and blow it out. Breathe it in, blow it out. Breathe it in, let it out on an H. And so what Brother Jamie alluded to is that we are, and I mean we are igniting a new global holiday onto the planet right now called One Day. And so as we do, the invitation is for us to spend 1 hour together doing whatever it is that plugs you most into oneness, and then reside in breathing together. So tonight, we get to do just that in holding the space for this expansion of humanity.